Hello everyone and welcome back to Acei Urban Planner here in Metro City. And for today's episode we are gonna be building stuff in this huge gap that we have in between the industrial area and this community that we built just to bring some movement to the train system that we have going to the central hub. And we want to make this community as an important part of the general build. So we're gonna be building on top of that, but we're not gonna destroy that. We're just gonna complete this whole area and we're gonna make this an important part of the general build that we are making in here. We also are gonna be talking a little bit about the leaks that we got from the Xbox page about the new upcoming City Skylines 2 game, but we're just gonna be giving you a general review. I'm not gonna deep dive like all the YouTubers are making. And before we start, I just want to thank you all for being here, for subscribing, sharing, giving me your likes, your feedback in the comments, and thank you all for that. And yeah, let's go to the episode. starting this episode, I had no idea of what I wanted to put in here, the buildings, the appeal, how I wanted to feel at the end. So you saw me placing some random buildings in this area. On the go, I was able to figure out what was exactly what I needed to place in this large portion of land that we have in here. All right, in this part of the build, we hit a very unique twist and very weird. And I'm gonna explain you what I mean. Because I started placing some industries, and even though that these industries doesn't look like they can pollute, they don't have any chimneys or stuff like that, the game tend to, if there's a industry, is gonna be pollution in there, even though if it doesn't look like it's polluting at all. So I decided to turn it up into procedural objects and start building something unique. And I came up with the idea of putting here a sewage treatment plant. And yeah, I know that is not the best thing to build next to a residential area because, you know, it's smelly and stuff. But yeah, we are in the year 2107, so maybe technology is very far away from what we know today, and water comes out very clean and maybe not drinkable, but it's not smelly or anything that can pollute this area over here. All right, let's talk a little bit about the leaks that came out from the newest game that is coming late this year, CS2. And the first thing that you need to notice is in the picture that shows the panel is that this panel is for the console version because it comes from the Xbox page. And right now, today, you can see that playing on console and playing on PC or Mac is very different. You have very different panels, very different options and stuff. Mostly because you can play just with controllers, and in PC you can use your keyboard and mouse, and it's very easy for us to navigate through the panel with the keyboard and mouse. And about the renderings that we saw, we can see very different lighting, very different like buildings, but they are very detailed. They don't look very cartoonish, but right now I can see a very low variety. I think that these images are not the finished product because we could see the motorcycling that was riding with no one on it, and we could see snowmans even though that it seems like it wasn't winter, and some of the plants and props were not even rendered, so it's not finished. You know, you could see that none of the lights turned it on in the night shot. There were a lot of stuff that were not working, so it's very raw. Like, these images cannot be the finished product. If it is the case, we're gonna get a very bad game. But the thing that got me the most is that we are not gonna get the amount of variety of buildings that we have today. I thought that maybe they could be taking some of the creators that make amazing content in the workshop, and they could get them to work on the buildings and stuff that we were going to get in CS2. But right now I see like a lot of generic buildings that they don't look very appealing. If the game is like that, I know for sure that I'm gonna stick playing Cities Skylines 1 like for maybe a year until they start releasing DLCs and content and maybe assets in the workshop. But yeah, for you the console players, it's gonna be very boring. And the most, like the one that got us more detail, more exciting, was the one that shows the eagle view from the streets and stuff, that we could see that maybe there's a mechanic that emulates some of the stuff that we tend to use, like move it, like maybe or maybe not, the network multi-tools and stuff like that, or maybe anarchy, because anarchy is something that we always use, because we can see some smooth ramps, some smooth transitions from the highway to the street. Yeah, we don't see a lot of detail, the roundabout seems to be very generic, but yeah, in the topic of the streets, I see a very nice improvement. But in the other stuff, it doesn't get me very excited. I am really disappointed about these leaks. They are leaks. They are not supposed to be out there. But yeah, I'm not like so excited after I saw these leaks. I don't know you. But you give me your thoughts in the comment section so I can maybe relate with you, or you can maybe be hating me about these comments. But that's my thought. I hope that new information comes maybe in this month or 2 months that gets us more excited. When I started this build, I didn't have any idea of what I wanted to build in this area. And I think that the portion of land that I chose for this episode ended up being very big, a little bit more than what I thought. But then it came the idea of the sewage treatment plant that I placed there. I told you that it's very high tech, and we are left with this huge portion of land in between the train station and what we are building right now. And I decided that we should place a water pumping station for the whole city and maybe a water treatment plant so the water can be drinkable for all the people. And yeah, I know that it's next to where we are dropping all the water that comes from the sewers and stuff like that, but they are very well treated, and the technology make everything possible. And it ended up being exactly what I needed for this area, because I could place a lot of pipes and stuff, and maybe like these pools where we store the water. And yeah, I was able to fill this gap of land very nicely, and it looks like it belonged to the area. All right, everyone, here we are at the end of the episode, and yeah, it was a long one, and it was even longer. I had to trim a little bit of the footage that I had, because I know that I cannot make this whole hour-long episode. I had to trim it so you can watch it and enjoy it. But one thing that you're gonna be aware of when you see the cinematics is that the platforms that I was using as ferry station, ferry stops, I had to change them because I don't know, they are maybe broken. I'm gonna check in the workshop page. I had like 3 different ones that were very minimalistic, but I had to change them to the normal vanilla ones because they were not working at all. As always, I tell you, I am very happy that you are here, and if you are here, it's because you like City Skylines content, and that's what we're doing here. So you're gonna benefit a lot for subscribing to the channel, because we almost every Saturday play some amazing builds like this. We are now in Metro City, but we are always doing some very nice stuff in City Skylines. So subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button, and if you can give us your thoughts in the comment section, or you can only give us a like or dislike so we know if we are doing stuff good or stuff bad. So it's gonna be until the next one. See you later. Bye bye.